Boom Bless. What's going on, YouTube world? My name is Boom Bless, and today on the very first edition of the Boom Bless Comedy Sports Debate, today I'm gonna tell you guys about my top 5 NBA players of all time. Isn't that great? Now, before we get into the video, I just want to let you know, for more sports, more comedy, more music, more of this guy right here, please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe to the Boom Bless Comedy Special and also the Boom Bless Music channel as well. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. You know how we rock it. Boom, 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 boom. Now, a lot of people's top 5s are different, and that's okay. I mean, everyone got their opinions and all that stuff, but my top 5, I feel like, from the bottom of my heart, and I analyze these people's careers, I kind of look at the statistics side, I also look at the leadership side, what they accomplished. I took counter of everything of what they did. So don't be alarmed and don't be shocked at what I'm about to say, because as you are friends on my Facebook, if you follow me on Twitter, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know when I'm going with this, so let's just get into it. So, my 5th pick as to in the top 5 Boom Bless top 5 NBA players of all time is Shaquille O'Neal. Now, why did I say Shaquille O'Neal? Well, I look at it like this. The man himself had 4 NBA championships, former MVP, top 10 in NBA scoring of all time. So he did a lot of things as far as on the court and also off the court as well. Now, me personally, I feel like he didn't really take his career seriously. That's just my opinion. So if you're shocked about it, it is what it is. But yeah, like, he didn't really take his career seriously. And I'll tell you like this, like when him and Kobe were teammates, when during the Lakers, I think like the early 2000s, late 90s or whatever like that, basically Kobe was like, hey man, get into the gym, lose some weight, man. Like, you very dominant, which he is. Like, Shaquille O'Neal was breaking rims, bro. Like, he was breaking rims like, guys breaking hearts nowadays, but that's no here, no there. But yeah, like, he was just breaking rims like left and right. And this man is just stupid strong. Like, you ever met a person that's like stupid strong, bro? He is stupid strong. Like, seriously. So, like, I put him at top 5 because of the fact, even though he won some championships, MVP, went to the NBA All-Star games and all that stuff, man, when it comes to the serious competitive, I don't feel like he's very serious about it. If anything, he's more serious on the entertainment. Now, I'll put him at top 3 on that level. Like, he's a very entertaining person. He raps. The man is I think he's a DJ now. Like, I saw something special about him being a DJ, but whatever. Yeah, man, like, he's just on it. Like, he's just on it, man. Like, seriously, like, this man is literally like just an entertaining guy. But when it comes to basketball, it's like he didn't really take it seriously. Like, and I could tell because even after the championships in the Lakers, when he went to Miami, he only won 1. And then after that, he just felt like that was it. Like, I don't need no more championships, basically. Even though he tried with the Phoenix, he tried with the Celtics, he tried with other teams, it just didn't work out, basically. It's just almost like after him and Wade got their ring, it's just kind of like, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why he just at top 5. But he's very dominant, don't get me wrong. Now when it comes to centers, he's number 1 in my book. But as far as all around, like, you do everything, basically. I mean, he can assist too. Like, everything around the board, I gotta put him at top 5. I mean, as far as bottom 5, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Number 4 is Tim Duncan. Now, the reason why I put Tim Duncan as number 4 is because even though he's a great leader, he won some championships, 5 to be exact, and I believe he's a former MVP. Don't take my word for it. Again, I mean, I'm just going off of memory right now. I should have Googled, but that's not good there. Anyway, but yeah, I put Tim Duncan as number 4 because of the fact, for one, I feel like he's a great leader on the court, but he's not as impactful like a LeBron, basically. And then on top of that, I would say during the last stretch, I feel like he should have retired after his last championship when he beat the Miami. I think it was 2012, 13. It's somewhere within the 2010s. Basically, I feel like he could have retired after that. I feel he could have ride up the sunset because after that, it was just playoff appearance, got exit out round 2, playoff appearance, exit out round 1, playoff appearance, exit. Like, I think the closest was the Western Conference Final, even after his last championship, and that was it. Just exit. And then on top of that, like I said, and then on top of that, it's just the fact, like, he's just more of a leader on the court. Like, he don't have that LeBron effect. He don't have that LeBron effect where it's like, if Tim Duncan leaves the Spurs or whatever like that, you know, the Spurs are decent. Like, they're still decent even without him. If LeBron leaves the team, trash. Like, it's just trash everywhere. It's just trash city. We just need to clean up everything. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with that being said, you know, like, would you look at Tim Duncan as like the face of the NBA? Because if you're gonna be like the guy, I feel like you should not only be the guy for the Spurs, or for example for him, you should be the face of the NBA as well. Which he's probably like the top 10 as far as, like, you know, when you think of the NBA, you think of, like, you know, all these famous players like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, you know, all of them type of people. Well, maybe not top 10, but you get what I'm saying, guys. But I'm saying as far as like I'll put it like this. When you think of the NBA, you think about LeBron right off the bat, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, Kobe, all of that good stuff. No one really mentioned Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? It is kind of disrespectful to him because the man won 5 championships with a position that's not really as popular. Like Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, all those guys, man, like in the early 2000s and stuff, like they made that position very popular, including Charles Barkley. And Charles Barkley was doing that at 6'4", dog. So just imagine that. But what I'm saying is that, you know, he's not relatable. Like he's just boring. Like I have to be honest with you, he's just very boring. Like he's more accomplished than Shaq in my opinion, but he's just not as entertaining as Shaq. Like in other words, like yeah, he'll do commercials and here and there, but he's just more secretive. Not saying there's nothing wrong with it or anything like that. He's just not relatable. So yes, that's why he's at top 4 for me. Even though he is impactful, he's the greatest Spurs player ever. Like hands down. Like I feel he's better than David Robinson. That is my opinion. Again, let me just stretch that out because express it out, not stretch it out. But you get what I'm saying. Like people they're just awkward, bro. They're just awkward. I mean, that's just me. But yeah, you know, Tim Duncan, 4. That's it. Number 3 on the Boom Blast top 5 NBA players of all time is Michael Jordan. Now, I know you guys are shocked. I'm sorry that I said Michael Jordan as being a number 3, but I'm not sorry at the same time, so I don't care. Yes, he's won 6 championships and may not lost any of them, but I look at team chemistry. I'm not saying he don't have good team chemistry. I feel like after seeing The Last Dance, it's a lot of things that was polished before the documentary, and then when the documentary came out, it was just a lot of things going on in the locker room as far as like drama. I guess he got into it with Horace Grant. He got into it with Steve Kerr, basically. He was just getting a lot to it with everybody, basically. And then on top of that, it was like, if I'm not mistaken, I remember watching one of the specials with Undisputed, and I guess Horace Grant was basically telling his side as far as like, yeah, Michael Jordan is that guy, but he also is a jerk. And he was just telling stories about like how him and Jordan got into it. And I guess when Horace Grant had like a bad performance, he basically was like, Michael Jordan would take his lunch. Now, that's kind of like not cool. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you're a grown man. We're all grown at the end of the day. Who does that? Like, come on. I get it that we have to be at this competitive side, not only in the NBA, but in life right now, not right now, in general, as far as like what you want to accomplish. Like, you have to be that alpha dumpadon as far as, you know, trying to accomplish. But taking a grown man lunch though? Like, what, this is high school, bro? Like, this is high school? Like, bro, like, no. Like, if someone had took my lunch right now, like if somebody at my job or whatever just come up to me, hey, Isaiah, I'm just gonna take your lunch. Bruh, you get knocked out. This is like, seriously, like, that's just how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that, you know, Michael Jordan, and then on top of that, it's just the fact that, you know, even though that Michael Jordan do something with the community, it's just that he's just more to himself. So it's kind of like, he's not like a LeBron. He's not like a do everything for the community type of thing or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? He's not really on topics as far as like right now. I think he just now said something about the Black Lives Matter thing like weeks ago or whatever like that. But I'm saying as far as like how LeBron do. Like, you get what I'm saying with this. And then on top of that, like I said, like he's just, and then he's not really relatable. Like, when I mean relatable, I'm meaning something that kind of like gravitates you, basically. I feel like because of the fact he's very good, everybody just automatically just kind of gravitates toward him, basically. Like, he got a good story, but when it comes to the losses, they kind of like throw that under the rug. Like, I remember watching his old games, basically, on YouTube or whatever like that, and then whenever the NBA games come on, like they'll play like basically the old games or whatever like that. But yeah, they'll play like the old games or whatever, and basically they don't really talk about as far as Michael Jordan losing in the beginning. Like they did in the documentary, but not like that throughout the whole time or whatever like that. And that's without Scottie Pippen, that's without Dennis Rodman and all that stuff. So yes, I'm going with, what I'm going with. And as soon as he got these people, he started with champions, left and right, left and right, left and right. Now, what I'm saying is, it's not a one-man sport. You need a collective of teams to win championships. Michael Jordan could not carry his team in the beginning when he was facing the Pistons, when he was facing the Celtics. He could not carry them. He is good. Don't be wrong about it. He's the greatest, he's one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. But he could not carry the team without Scottie. He could not carry the team without Dennis. He could not carry the team without all of those guys. That's just me. I mean, if you don't like it, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, he just couldn't. Because even when he left the Bulls, basically, the Bulls pretty much carried the team. The Bulls pretty much carried themselves, basically. Scottie and them boys kind of carried themselves. Yes, they lost the players, but that just proves it right there. Even without Michael Jordan, they could still be okay. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan was just that secret sauce to help them get over the hump. But I feel like if you find somebody that's close to Michael Jordan, like Kobe Bryant or somebody like that, they'll probably get the same result. So that's that. That's my number 3. Number 2, Kobe Bryant. I put Kobe at number 2, and I look at everything that he did. 5 championships, MVP, All-Star MVP. I think he had the most All-Star appearances, if not LeBron, I believe. He did a lot for the community in LA. He did a lot for the community in all the other cities around the world, man. He's a father and all of that. And first, I do apologize, but rest in peace to Kobe and his family as well. Hope everything is okay for the Bryant family, and God bless you guys, and hope everything is okay. But yeah, basically, it was just kind of hard to put him at number 2. Me personally, I feel like if I would have did more research, because I kind of been doing this for a while now, I feel like he could have been number 1, but I put him at number 2 because if you look at over his career, he is Mr. NBA. You know how we call Shawn Michaels, he's a wrestler in WWE, by the way, well, former wrestler. They call him Mr. WrestleMania because he have these WrestleMania moments. When it comes to Kobe, he's Mr. NBA. He have millions of NBA moments, clutch shots, 81 points in a game, just game-winning shots just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? The man have accomplished so much of his accolades, it's just crazy. I would be shocked if someone could come close to him. You know what I'm saying? It's just inhumane right now. You know what I'm saying? But basically the reason why I put Kobe at number 2 is because when I look at the social impact, or what's another word I can use? Not social impact, but basically anything that involves outside the NBA, something that's a troubling time and we all need to come together, basically. He may have talked about it, but he don't have the impact like LeBron. For example, if something goes wrong or whatever like that, they normally go to people that are social activists, basically. Some people that is in face of the camera, someone that is the first go-to or all that stuff. Kobe's not really that person. As far as his basketball, I will put him up there any day. Like, I'll give him the edge of number one if I, do this again or something like that. But when it comes to those type of things, when it comes to those things of like, being the talk for the NBA, he's not really the go-to. Like, and I had conversations with my best friends, have conversations with, I remember even talking about this in high school with like some of the basketball coaches or whatever like that when I was on track. Like, he'll be like, basically, who's your top three or whatever, and I normally put Kobe at number 2, number 3. He was like, wow. I'm like, well, he don't really talk about these type of things as far as like the racial or like economy or anything like that. He'll probably touch it here and there, but it's like, I don't remember times when he's actually like full on like doing, the things that other NBA players do or whatever. And there's no knock on him at all. Like, he probably did, again, but it's just not as known. Like, it's just under the radar or whatever. But it's not a bad thing at all, too. It was just a hard decision to just put him at number 2. I mean, those are my reasons as to why he's at number 2, basically. I mean, as far as basketball aspect, there is no flaw in his performances. Even with the losses and stuff, like, there's no way you should knock on him. The man won a championship with a broken finger. On his shooting hand, if I'm not mistaken. Do you have any idea how hard it is to shoot at a bad hand? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just amazing. And then it's just the fact, like, his drive and his motivation, like, honestly, that makes me want to work out 10 hours straight. That's how much of a Kobe fan I am, basically. Just again, just on the social aspect and the social activist aspect, basically, like, he's known, but he's not really known. Maybe after his NBA career, maybe. But that's my number 2. And now, my number 1 player of the Boom Blessed top 5 players of all time is LeBron James. Now, why did I pick LeBron? I'll put it to you like this. The time that he was playing on the Cavaliers, Miami Heat, the Lakers, the moment he stepped away, they were trash. Like, they were just trash, bro. Like, I remember the first time he left the Cavaliers, basically, and they were just like, and I think in like the mid 2000s, pretty much they were like the top team in the East. The moment that he left, like, to go to Miami, trash, bro. Like, they didn't even sniff a playoff appearance, basically. And even with Kyrie, they didn't even sniff a playoff appearance, basically. Like, yeah, he'll have like 40 points and 50 points and all that good stuff, but if you didn't sniff a playoff appearance, that's more like a stat accomplishment than like a career accomplishment, in my opinion, basically. And then even after that, like, literally, LeBron brings the best out of everybody. Like, I remember Mario Chalmers, basically, and from the Heat, and I mean, he brought the best out of that young guy, literally. Like, I remember watching it, and I'm like, who is Mario Chalmers? So I watched one of his games, and I'm like, okay, he cool. And when the playoffs come, man, that man was clutch city. Like, I mean, he was just like, every time when LeBron had to lean on him, as far as like kind of like make some clutch moves, basically. Like, he was just like, Mario was just that good because of LeBron. Like, he brings the best out of his players, bro. That's the same thing with the Cavaliers. Like, he brought the best out of, like, the players back then. Like, what I think his name is Ilgauskas. Ilgauskas, and all of those boys, John Gooden. Like, it was so long ago, I can't remember off my head. But basically, yeah, like, he brought the best out of those players back then. And even with the Lakers, like, even though they basically, LeBron had his injury and they didn't make the playoffs, it's just the fact that he did bring the best out of Lonzo. He did bring the best out of Brandon. He did bring the best out of Kyle Kuzma to the point where they kind of like, even with the trades and stuff like that, and Kyle Kuzma didn't get traded, they kind of know who they are right now. Like, Lonzo know who he is now. Brandon know who he is now. Kyle Kuzma know who he is now. John Hart know who he is right now. Josh Hart, sorry guys. But basically, yeah, like, he just know, like, exactly who, they just know exactly who they are. And LeBron did, like, like I said, like, LeBron is a part of history for everything, as far as with losses and with wins as well. Because if LeBron was never in the NBA would probably never be where it is right now. Like, the LeBron effect is that real, bro. Like, it is that real. Y'all can knock on him as far as the 9 NBA finals he lost, or 6 or whatever, basically. Y'all can knock on him as far as having 3 chips, and if he didn't win another one, he won't be the greatest, but that's your guys' opinion. I'm looking at overall, this man is great, and we need to stop knocking this man down just because he lost NBA championship after NBA championships. May I remind you of the teams that he was facing? He was facing the Mavericks with Dirk Nowitzki. The man is a power forward, and he's like top 5, I believe, in NBA all-time scoring. If not top, yeah, he's like in the top 5 basically. He had Jason Terry, he had Sean Marion, and like he had them, like those guys are Hall of Famers. Like, I don't know what y'all tweaking on, but they're Hall of Famers. You know that, and also he had them. Like, he was facing the Spurs. He had Kawhi, Tim Duncan, Manu, what's that boy name? That little Frenchy guy or whatever, Tony Parker. Yeah, man, like it's like. These are Hall of Famers. Michael Jordan literally faced 1 or 2. The Spurs had like 5 Hall of Famers right off the bat. The Mavericks had like 5 off the bat. Literally, like 5 off the bat, basically. And then even with the Warriors, bro. May I go on? Like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, KD, bro, Kevin Durant. And y'all sit there knocking this man out. You know what I'm saying? Like, get this, man. Like, get it. If LeBron was never there, there wouldn't be no super teams. There wouldn't be no super teams at all. And I will die with that if that's the case. Like, LeBron was the reason for super teams, bro. Because if LeBron never do it, no one would never do it. So I need y'all to get off this man. You know what I'm saying? But yes, that is the reason why he is number 1. That man is part of history of all the NBA players, bro. That's it, and that's all. But anyway, that's my top 5 guys. But if you want more, go ahead, like, go ahead, subscribe, and go ahead. I need all the comments in the world, guys. You know, I love it. I love it when my people just, you know, giving me feedback and giving me, you know, their top 5 and all of that stuff, man. You know, I love to hear you guys' top 5. I love to hear you guys' comments. You know, it's a Sunday. You know, let's debate. You know how we do. Follow the movement.